First and foremost, I want to start off by thanking the subscribers that have kept up to date with my channel. I haven't been making videos like that in a minute, but I know content is kind of all over the place, but I just appreciate everybody that's been watching since day one of me making YouTube videos. So I give y'all my utmost respect. When I first started making YouTube videos, man, I was back here, at my mom's place about 5 years ago already, talking about how I just got fired from some job and how I've been released. A lot of things that I've endured with racial profiling, almost getting hit by a speedy delivery truck, uh, getting harassed, getting written up, being the scapegoat. A lot of the jobs I've had these past 5 years has been absolutely insane. I haven't had any rest at all looking for a job that I've actually wanted. Uh, my last video I put out was on my career change in technology. Um, and it was a little bit over a year ago now that I got certified in data and analytics. And so last year, I felt as if there was a shift a little bit. There was a lot of things that happened last year. Like, uh, I came to the realization that I need to stop doing delivery, and I stopped doing that. Uh, I stopped with wasting my time and actually wanting to do what I'm supposed to do, and that's coding. I don't need to be driving around in my car for about 4 to 7 hours every day just to make ends meet. Um, Within coding, you could work from your house. You know, you don't have to. You don't have to have a manager breathe down your neck, and especially with the workforce, like the 9 to 5, is slowly starting to die out just based off the fact nobody wants to work in a warehouse. Like my first job was in a warehouse. Nobody wants to work as a delivery driver. Nobody wants to work in a popcorn company, which at the beginning of the year, mind you, I was working in a popcorn factory from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., 12 hours. So I came from working in a popcorn place, working in a warehouse, working at a laboratory, working at a restaurant for like a day, you know, a bunch of temporary jobs and all that. To now, a couple weeks back, I gotten another certificate in analytics or data and analytics. Not even a total 24 hours had passed, and I had gotten a job offer. And I was very surprised because, for starters, this offer They must have looked at my profile and they must have seen that I have just completed my certificate in data and analytics. And so they used that and they told themselves, all right, let's give this guy some experience. And so even now, I'm fucking surprised they even hired my ass. I took the offer and now I'll be making 50 to 60,000 a year. And so I'm in shock. Like, God works in mysterious ways, man. A lot of people told me to go back to school. A lot of people told me, I'm not disabled, so I could work perfectly fine. And a lot of people doubted me. Uh, my whole life, people have shunned me, frowned upon me. I've had grown men laugh at me as a kid. I've had my own family members walk out of my ass. I've had people that I thought were my friends uh, walk out on me. Like, just everything to suppress and make me feel like I'm not worth a damn, really. All these things that I told about my future, people just looked at me as if it's not realistic. And one of the things as an adult now, if I were to tell myself one thing as a kid, I would tell myself, don't listen or just don't care what anybody thinks. Because either way, it's still going to happen. Even though my career within data is still pretty new, I think I could expand and move forward with my career. I'm pretty good at it, and I have credentials to show. You know, the experiences for my last jobs I did not put on my resume because it's not related to what I want to do now. And I've had it all, man. Like I've had really people like women laugh at me, like people look down on me. People thought I was slow. People thought I was dumb. I had to take ESL classes for crying out loud. I had to have quote unquote special needs because, I guess I'm seen as slow for some reason. You know, I remember in throughout all of my life, pretty much in still school, the school system has never wanted me to elevate ever. You know, and not to say that I'm better than the other kids or nothing, but it's like I'm different within what I want to do with my actual life, what I want to do with my career. I'm not just no basement dwelling ass nigga. Like I got goals, man. I got a passion, I got a drive, I got intuition. And there's something about me that like all of these things, I said this a long time ago. And it's not until now where people in the next couple of months, it'll be very different for my life. Snap like that. already I'm on the road to success. I just told y'all niggas what the game plan was. And now I just have to sit back, relax, and put in the work and just move forward with life. Just finally I can move on. And everybody that laughed at me, everybody that said I was dumb, everybody that called me slow, everybody that ridiculed me and thought, what is this kid talking about? They could finally see that all the things I was saying since 10 plus years ago is real. It's real because I put my future into existence. When people see that you finally made it, all of a sudden everybody's apologizing. But nah, nigga, not me, nigga. You know why? Because I don't need somebody to tell me that I did a good job when I was down bad. Y'all didn't give a shit. I don't need nobody to give me reassurance, except the people that actually cared. And I don't need nobody showing back up in my life, acting as if everything was okay. Everything was not okay. You know, I got no support from nobody throughout my whole entire existence. Trying to get career advice from people on, you know, like LinkedIn, trying to watch videos, trying to get some resources. All of that shit didn't even work because I had to just apply and just get lucky. So it's like you could try all of those techniques and tools, but it's not until somebody with the good graces of your application wants to look at it and actually see what you've done with their experience, then that's how you get a job, man. You know, I didn't have to sucker up to somebody to tell me, like, I want a job, I want a job, I want a job, I want to apply here, I want to get a position at this company that you're working for. I didn't do any of that. I just applied and got lucky. Within life, when people finally start seeing you become successful, all of a sudden, all of a sudden people start showing love, you know? And I'll say this, I'd rather have somebody show real hate than fake love because I can combat the hate. I just don't like people loving me that I know are fake. I know y'all really didn't fuck with me like that. The people from 10 years ago that were all that right now, they're starting to fall off, man. And in society right now, I'm starting to see it. It started a little bit last year, but now that we're halfway through the decade already, things are changing, man. And things are changing for the younger generation. Things are changing for the economy, the world, specifically within the country. I would say now, I think women are starting to finally wake up and smell the coffee. Because if you were a young brother at that, I would say the world in general just doesn't give you any respect. And for the longest time, I wanted to be treated as such, and I wanted to just be like treated like a normal person. But I see why now people are jealous of me, and it has to do with number one, youth, and I'm black, you know, and I seen. I said this a long time ago. I know I had a video on my channel last year talking about when it comes to like when it comes to life in general for the young man. uh, I'm gonna just reiterate: people don't start respecting you till about 25 to 30. Life isn't easy for young men between the ages of 15 to about 24, which is how old I am. Uh, this is kind of still the beginning stages of adulthood and trying to find your way in life. And it's not until you're 25 is when you'll actually start making more money and advancing in your career. And if this is the case as it seems now, I turn 25 next month, and everything is starting to align perfectly. So I've already had my years of 10 years as a slave, man. I've gone through the trials and tribulations of being young. Youth is not considered a bad thing. In America, though, uh, there's this ageism where we always think if somebody's older, they're better and they're wiser, but that's not necessarily the case. Uh, how I see it now is between the ages of 25 and up, for some reason, people start to just respect you a lot more, and people just start liking you a lot more. And I would say, as I'm almost 25, uh, I could already tell there's gonna be a lot of fake ass people, man, that are trying to sucker up to me. But that's just life. And for women, it's the quite opposite. You know, to really put it in like mathematical terms, at 25, right? Men are slightly moving up while women are slightly going down. And I could feel the shift happening, at least within myself and within my life now. And so life is just something else, man. Like, of all the things I've dealt with trauma and all that, not only just within jobs itself, but issues with my family and issues within myself. I think I've had quite enough of it, and I want to move on into a different phase. Uh, when it comes to, you know, getting older, from what I know, it also has to do with your frontal lobe. think it's the cerebral cortex or something like that, where it doesn't fully develop until you are 25. And I'm starting to see it, like some changes within myself. So I'm slowly getting there. But for women, I say this couldn't come at the most perfect time because I was offered this position last week, and on the 1st of November, I think it was, yeah, 2 days ago. If this video drops on the 3rd, I guess I'm in the right timeline. But apparently, SNAP benefits discontinued because the government shut down. And my ass was on EBT last year. What did they do? Deny that shit for me, you know. And so, as a man, I've been knowing that life isn't gonna be easy at all for me. Let alone I'm a black man at that. But for women, it's always been easy. And there's a lot of things that are just changing, like within, I say just within like men and women in this economy in today's time right now. The black man has suffered so much to the point where uh, it had to take a government shutdown to actually switch things up. So now, if you're making like me now, not only you get a job, but you can support yourself, you know. But not only that, women have to now reciprocate and actually use their own money to buy food. Like a couple days ago, I told myself, "What is happening with the world, man?" Like I never expect this, but I guess like I said, the shift is happening, man. It's happening, and so I want to end this video with a it's from the Bible. I forgot which verse, but you could fact check me in the comments. But I'll say this, man, in closing. Uh, the first shall be last, and the last shall be first. And if you know me, I've been put in the back burner of everything, man. Like I was basically the last to be picked, the last to get anything. I was never chosen first, man. And I'm slowly but surely coming to the realization that that's not a bad thing. Because a lot of niggas 10 years ago were already doing better than me. But when I see them recently, or when you see them recently, things ain't looking too good. So, man, niggas can't struggle forever. And I think it's time to move on, you know. Like, comment, subscribe. Give me your thoughts if you think what I'm saying is facts. And where do you see yourself in the next couple months? But I appreciate everybody for watching. I'm out.